So I find myself in the mountain kingdom of Lesotho, in Africa, with two good mates. Nick, whose idea it was.
Lesotho was a dream of mine because I saw this amazing rock in the centre of South Africa.
And Jace, who frankly can be talked into anything in the pub.
Being drunk in the pub made me say yes to the trip.
We arrived in South Africa and we had no idea that getting to Lesotho was going to be quite so dramatic. And then the terrain played its part, and we struggled through the mountains for hours. And as the light faded, Jace was probably regretting his pub decisions.
Utterly broken.
That was a long day, but in the morning, things were looking better, and what a day we had. Cheers.
Cheers. Your face is disgusting. Filthy.
We woke up to a beautiful day with perfect biking temperatures and glorious sunshine, and after a morning coffee, we did a few chain adjustment chores. Well, by we, I mean Nick. If you haven't watched the start of the series, which, by the way, I'd highly recommend, it was definitely one of the more eventful starts to an adventure. This is Daryl and Dylan, friends of Nick, who'd arranged the hire bikes for us. Because of the remote area distances we were planning to travel today, we'd arranged a fuel fill from the lodge that we stayed at. We'll fill you in on the route soon, but we had a fairly long day ahead of us, and we were keen not to have any delays, but it was getting off to a great start.
Good morning, lovely people. Departing the lodge. What do you reckon, boys? Nice night?
Beautiful night, beautiful scenery, beautiful beds.
Yeah, awesome
Just got
place.
coffee.
Surrounded by mountains, and Nick was saying it used to be a ski resort. Not sure I believe him, to be honest.
Now at this point, I have to apologise on behalf of Nick for most of the clips you'll see today. He'd decided last night it was hilarious to draw a rocket on Jace and myself's windscreen.
I'm very disappointed that you missed the graffiti I left for you this morning. Very good.
Ah, yeah, very nice, Nick. There's a close-up. Why have you...
Drawing mine to scale.
Yeah. Why did you draw a rocket ship on my bike? I don't understand.
Well, he said it was a rocket. I don't think he's very good at art. Anyway, sorry.
Okay, hands up, did you clean their helmet last night? Me? Yeah, I just regretted that this morning. Yeah, I can't see.
Well, I'm feeling smug, but be honest, it's only going to be for the next 2 kilometres, and mine will be exactly the same as yours.
And as we left town, we encountered lots of fires around the tracks.
You reckon that's deliberately, do you?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at it by the way as the guys are just looking at it. It's not
Yeah.
like they look shit scared.
No, they didn't, did they? Oh well, smoke makes a change from dust, right?
Smoky dust.
Smoking dust, yeah. You can see all that fire that we went through, all the burnt land down there. I think it might not show up on the camera. thought I'd take the opportunity to fill you in on today's plans as we've just set off from the lodge. It's going to be another long one. I think we've got like maybe 380 k's through mountain passes, as you can see. And I think the plan is just to link mountain passes together and ride around the border of Lesotho and end up staying tonight at the bottom of the legendary Sardine Pass. That's the plan. Quite a long day. Hopefully we'll make it before dark, particularly if the passes stay in this good a condition. So this guy at the front, who you only ever see at the breakfast time, and the reason is he rides 10 times faster than the rest of us. There he goes.
Christ almighty.
So he's never in any of the other shops. Anyway, nice to see you, Nick. We'll see you this evening. Meanwhile, here's Jason and I. We can actually look at the view. Oh, is this the highest lodge in Africa? You see, Nick didn't notice that.
How dare you?
Look, Nick, there's something you missed. Oh, as you ride up to this, that is incredible.
And somewhat predictably, Nick departs in his customary style, while Jason and I leave in a more leisurely fashion.
Oh man, I know we said we were going to get a thesaurus and look up a different word for epic, but
Too late.
that is epic.
As you look left going down here, it's
Yeah.
insane. Be good.
That is immense. I'm torn between wanting to look at the view and not dying.
Yes, me too.
That is
Exactly my words.
incredible.
Right, Jason, you can just pop it up on the back wheel. And,
Yeah, of course,
yeah.
I'm not going to even say that to you in jest, Nick.
Yes.
The challenge is taken, and the last we see of you is disappearing over the edge. Disappearing over the edge on your back wheel. I didn't mean it!
We'd now been riding the mountain passes for quite a few hours, and being aware of the length of the day ahead of us, we'd actually managed to avoid stopping too often, and we were now just starting our descent off the mountains. We seem to have angered the motorcycling spirits yet again. At least this time it's a tubeless tyre, which should be easy, right? Quick plug and on our way with no delay. We'll just pop in some air and check if the repair's holding. Not sounding good.
Okay, so it's by my watch, 10:52. We're in plug number 5, and yeah, we've got about 300 and something kilometres left to go. So, I mean, it's a long run, and here we are in the middle of nowhere. And I'm riding the Suzuki. The headlight is pretty poor, to say the least. And I'm just a little bit concerned that if darkness falls before we get in to our accommodation later, it's going to be a bit hairy.
Suck up. the South African air. Whilst they put 4, maybe 5, plugs into a tyre and hope to God that it works. Do you know what? Having a ball. Here's to the next 300k.
Well, there we go, just leaving the site of the puncture. So I think the boys did a sit rep on the camera, but for what it's worth, they put, I think at last count, it was 4 string plugs and 2 kidney plugs. Oh, 5! There was certainly a couple of kidney plugs as well. So I don't know. I don't want to over exaggerate. Let's say 6 in total, 6 plugs. But I think the tyre just keeps kind of splitting. Anyway, they've pumped it up a little bit, and the only thing I can say is I'm glad it's not a long day, right?
Since the puncture, we've been riding mountain passes for around an hour. We're seeing no vehicles, no people, and the plug is sort of holding, but it's slowly leaking. We hope it's going to last, but we have our doubts.
That plug holds, so I'll be amazed.
Yeah. I mean, it's not holding full pressure, but it seems to be holding, like, partial pressure. I think he was down at a bar or something, and then it seemed to hold.
It was an unusual one. It was more of a split than a standard puncture. And as more plugs went in, it started to split more.
I feel it was inevitable.
Yes.
6 or 7 plugs in a tyre split. Ain't gonna last that long on that terrain.
No.
Okay, folks, it's the Three Wise Monkeys update. Oh, hang on, that doesn't work. So... Oh, in fact, I'm useless as explaining this stuff. Nick, what's happening, mate?
Right, okay, so here's how it works. Your tyre bursts, but you're tubeless. Not a problem. You put a plug in.
In fact, easier, right?
It really is. It takes no time at all. So you put 1 plug in, then 2, 3, maybe 4, possibly a 5th. Then you go really fast for some reason.
Yeah, can we sorry to interrupt, can we just clarify? For some reason, the Three Wise Monkeys have no idea why we were doing the pace we were. But anyway, back to the story.
That's okay for about, how long do you reckon? 20 minutes?
20 minutes, half an hour?
Half hour?
Yeah.
Yeah, worked a treat. And now it's not.
Yeah, so that's it. So we're just chilling on a rock.
And we're not brave enough to go over and help.
No. Tempers, well, they're fraying. So what you've just seen is our man with the dodgy tyre just come past, and basically they've used all their patches, they've used everything, they're fresh out of everything. So he's setting off super slowly, and we're going to try and limp to a garage somewhere. More soon.
So sit rep is we're just leaving the place that we stopped where the Three Wise Monkeys gave an update, and we're actually the final split, the final tyre issue seems to have occurred at a pretty good place, because we're more in the civilization than we have been all day. There we go. The fun continues. More updates soon.
And so far, we'd had 2 fairly long puncture-related stops, but we did eventually make it to tarmac.
It's about 10-15 minutes since we hit the tarmac, and we're definitely going into more populated areas now. Wow, I'll be surprised if they've got anything here.
It was pretty obvious that this garage wouldn't be able to help. And while we checked, we grabbed some food and some water, because the day looked like it was going to be a long one. And as always, whenever we stopped, we attracted attention. And this always results in laughs and giggles. As we suspected, the garage wasn't able to help. It was now mid-afternoon, and we still had around 230 kilometres to go. We had no choice. We needed to change the plan and take roads as directly as we could to get to the closest town.
Okay, update. We thought we had another puncture. It's actually a gentleman's excuse me stop. Okay, we thought it was just a gentleman's excuse me stop. That appears not to be the case. Let's go find out what's going on.
The tyre was losing air fast. We had no choice now but to press on and try and limp to town.
It's got disaster written over it.
It has.
It really has. I mean, this is really just hope, isn't it?
Surely our luck will change, that old chestnut. That is like tweaking the nose of the motorcycle gods. Let's see if these guys can do anything to help. Okay, I guess these guys can't do anything. Onwards we go.
Now this place looked very promising.
It is 25 to 4. We have 150 kilometers of dirt and one pass. It may be a late arrival. We shall see.
But at last, the troublesome tyre was repaired with an enormous patch, and we were on our way.
There's the end of the tarmac. So I think maybe 130 k's-ish of dirt.
And as soon as we were on the dirt, we started chasing the sun. And our luck is holding. It's wide, fast gravel the whole way. Stopping only for essentials, we press on. The gravel is so much better than we had imagined, and hopes are rising about a daylight arrival. We've got added incentive to keep the speed up, as we suspect tonight's hotel is very hoity-toity. And so much faster than we expected, we hit the tarmac. We did hit the occasional section of rush hour traffic.
That's brilliant. I'm really hoping there's a sheepdog at the back of this lot.
Yeah.
No, they're all just following. That's awesome. Yeah.
And the very final chore we had to do before the hotel was get fueled ready for the next day.
This doesn't look good.
Nice.
Nice try.
The second garage had fuel, and we were in exceptionally high spirits as we set off for what we hoped was a hoity-toity hotel.
The lodge is 2 kilometres away.
2 kilometres?
2 kilometres.
Wow, oh, I can taste the beer.
Yeah.
Oh, that's very exciting.
Oh, it's unbelievably exciting, and the sun is still in the sky. I'm so happy. I have high hopes. I really do. We are going to the Hotel Fantastico tonight.
It is. I mean, only earlier this morning did Dylan say, "Don't get your expectations up. It's shitty," which just tells me it's going to be glorious.
I'm just going to be so sad if it's shitty. I've got such high hopes right now.
I don't care as long as it's got cold beer.
Yeah, that's true.
That's all we need.
We're staying in Lesotho tomorrow, aren't we?
Yeah, we are.
I won't have a bad word said against Lesotho. I thoroughly like it, but
Yeah, me too.
accommodation is different.
Oh my god, we're turning. We're
Oh,
turning.
look at it.
That's
Hold on. Day
Day
spa. Day spa. I'm sorry for the high-pitched squealing, but I'm so excited. I mean, even the sign is welcoming. Come on in. We're open. Oh, look at this. I'm very happy with this.
This, I mean, so far, so promising.
So much to report. So much goodness. We made it to the hotel, and it's a hoity-toity hotel. We were not expecting this. It's awesome. And the boys were right. I was completely wrong. The sun's still in the sky. I mean, it's low. Don't get me wrong, it's not high, but we're here in daylight.
And the pub's open.
And the pub's open. Oh, hello. I'm sorry, viewers, you didn't need to see that close up. We're a bit dirty, a bit smelly. I feel slightly out of place.
I can confirm this point. He is smelly and dirty.
I feel slightly out of place in the hoity-toity hotel. It is magnificent. So it's definitely becoming tradition on this tour to do a room tour, and this one, this is special, this is awesome. Look at this, what a place. Yeah, we're back in Lesotho tomorrow, so we're not expecting anything like this tomorrow, but we are going to make the most of it while we can. So we're off for something to eat. And it's been another this tour has been trials and tribulations, but it's been really fun. It's kind of made it in a way. Tomorrow morning is Sani Pass, the infamous Sani Pass, so we're sort of looking forward to it. There's a slight bit of trepidation, but we'll see. It should be a lot of fun.
I am shaking with adrenaline. Oh mate, well done.
Nice one, mate.